what we have happening right now is the United States is targeting Chinese banks to ramp up pressure on North Korea. The United States is setting up plans for North Korea, and these plans are probably military in nature, but at the same time, first they're giving this a chance. And what this is an alternative measure. This is hitting North Korea in their pocketbook to try to stop them in their nuclear programs. Now, do I think this will be successful? Well, I can't rule it out that it won't be successful, because these people in the United States, the plans that are doing this and putting this in action, that maybe they will be successful. They have to give it a chance to see what happens. So the United States is targeting Chinese banks to ramp up the pressure on North Korea. The Trump administration took steps on Thursday to penalize a Chinese bank, the bank and shipping company, and 2 Chinese citizens in an attempt to cut off North Korea's access to the international financial system. So perhaps if they can cut off their financial interests, perhaps they can stop them from mass producing these weapons of mass destruction. We'll have to wait and see. Because I'm going to tell you, if the United States attacks North Korea, this could potentially turn into a new Korean War. And this Korean War that would happen now would be absolutely devastating to the region. It's not something that we would really want to see happen, but the alternative, where North Korea would develop weapons of mass destruction and be able to use them against us, is unthinkable. So we have a very bad situation here with North Korea with no easy way out. This is a method that an alternative method that they're trying in order to cut off North Korea's supply of liquidity or money. And that's like cutting off the blood to them. And this could possibly do something to them. So let's read a little bit more here. It says the punitive measures ratcheted up pressures on the U.S. is applying on North Korea to halt its nuclear program by targeting Chinese entities that the administration said enable Kim Jong-un's regime. President Donald Trump has been leaning on China to use its influence as North Korea's main trading partner, but has expressed some frustration recently with the lack of progress. Now, see, there's something I noticed right here, right up front. All the time during the Obama administration, for 8 years, they used what was called strategic patience, and they didn't really do much of anything to North Korea. Now Donald Trump is in. He hasn't been in very long. You notice that Donald Trump hasn't been in very long, but he's ratcheting up these pressures on North Korea already. And you see what he says here about it? The point I want to make is the U.S. is moving to cut off the Bank of Dandong from international financial system. And also that Donald Trump has expressed frustration recently with the lack of progress that's being made. Well, he's only been in there a few months. And Donald Trump is frustrated with the lack of progress. Now, President Obama was in for 8 years. And President Obama was not frustrated with any lack of progress. He was fine with the strategic patience while North Korea developed their nuclear weapons. Donald Trump's only been in there almost like a few minutes. Just bang, bang, bang. And he's already frustrated with the lack of progress. He wants it to happen. He wants things to happen. And he's moving things forward. Bang, bang, bang. He's not going to sit back and allow strategic patience and allow North Korea to develop these weapons of mass destruction that can blow up the American mainland. He's not going to allow it. And he's showing that here. He's basically saying, if you don't get something done here, we're going to have a problem. This is what Trump is actually saying. If you don't get something done, we're going to have a big problem. And so he's saying that this is what's happening right now. The United States is moving to cut off the Bank of Dandong from international and the financial system by preventing U.S. institutions from maintaining accounts on its behalf. The bank has served as a conduit for North Korea to access the U.S. and international financial system. So anyway, what North Korea has been doing is they've been using this Bank of Dandong, probably solely, to move money in and out of the country for their nuclear weapons programs and stuff like that. It takes money. Without money, you can't build these nuclear weapons. And they're cutting them off. And now we're going to see if this works. Right? And Donald Trump, he's frustrated. He don't want to wait any longer, but he'll wait a little while and see if this works. If this don't work, I think that then they will move on to other methods. But they're not going to go back to the strategic patience that that Obama had, where he just sat on his hands and let North Korea do whatever they wanted. That's not going to happen. Not with Trump in office. Trump is going to get something done, and sooner rather than later. So listen, here's a clip before I go from the Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin. And he talks about what they've done just recently. And listen, we're going to catch you guys in the next clip, on the next show. Now watch this clip, and I'll see you on the next show. Bye for now.
Enforcement Network has found the Bank of Dandong to be a foreign financial institution of primary money laundering concern under Section 311 of the USA Patriot Act. This bank has served as a gateway for North Korea to access the U.S. and international financial systems, facilitating millions of dollars of transactions for companies involved in North Korea's nuclear and ballistic missile programs. The United States will not stand for such action. This will require U.S. banks to ensure that the Bank of Dandong does not access the U.S. financial system directly or indirectly through other foreign banks.